So, George, you're the NFT guy. Tell us, please.
Well, a few important aspects. As we know now, NFT stands for non-fungible token, and actually there is uh, various types. There's the ones where you cannot break the fungible token into subparts, and there's one where you can actually do a tokenization of that non-fungible token. But primarily, let's first talk about the future. The future is coming, but it's still not here today. If we look specifically at numbers, the values of non-fungible tokens, we saw, for example, Bitcoin collapsed 15, 20%. Guess what? Non-fungible tokens collapsed 90%. That really is an interesting number because it really means that non-fungible tokens are still more speculative. Non-fungible tokens require still a lot of advancement in usability. And I'm not talking about just non-fungible tokens just for art. First, non-fungible tokens has got 4 or 5 usabilities, primary ones. One is obviously art or content, whether it happens to be video or whether it happens to be audio or digital art. However, non-fungible tokens can also be used as identity, and non-fungible tokens can also be used as, for example, like a serial number to, let's say, luxury item. Non-fungible tokens could be a serial number to a diamond or some other piece that is extremely rare. So the next thing that I think is very important about non-fungible tokens is that the technology to use non-fungible tokens, to build use cases, is still evolving. So let's take an example of this technology. Today we have something like YouTube or Facebook, in which artistic content gets presented to us. And the people that are making money through this artistic content is via ads. And these ads are controlled either by Facebook or by, in this case, Google.
Good.
The artists only get a very small returns of that potential return.
Yeah.
If we take the real new forms, and one example is one I sometimes use called Rocky.io, and you can look it up online, is an example of a non-fungible token place in which there is a player, which it really means that the content gets played through that platform. So the non-fungible token is driven by a smart contract, which really means that the creator of that token or the artist or the person that has the content gets rewarded either each time the token gets passed from one user to the other, bought or sold, or actually every time the content gets played. So in this case, Rocky.io is for DJs, so DJs create interesting content. So anytime their content gets played, like the same way it gets done in Spotify or YouTube, they would get a small return for that. So that means it's not just about introducing the non-fungible token. We have to introduce the use case and the technology that enables that non-fungible token to actually return the potential value that it can to its users. And that's what I mean by we're still in the early steps. When those systems give birth through marketplaces and others, then we'll see a much bigger value creation being done out of non-fungible tokens through hundreds of use cases. But we're still doing these baby steps as we speak today.